What's up, everybody? So I apologize for earlier. Anybody that tuned in, I don't know what's going on. Sounds like I'm having some audio problems again. All right, guys, I apologize. I had some technical difficulties there. Same thing I was having earlier, but I think I got it. There we go. All right, let me get this StreamYard link in here. Copied. Paste. Bam. All right, Sam Lee, it's in there now. Sorry about that, friend. I was trying to go live earlier, but I figured, you know what, why not go live here? Sam Lee asked me to, and why not do some late night live, where we can talk about gig-related things, the latest in news and views. Of course, we've had a casualty among our GigTuber brethren here with Brother Nugs getting deactivated, which was, unfortunately, I think, a case of not so good judgment on his part as far as what he was doing. Now, whether deactivation was what they should have done right away, I don't know, but obviously, I think we all learned a valuable lesson there, that you've got to watch what you're doing, watch how you're taking advantage of the system. You can't just expect that Doordash is going to let you stretch the rules. I mean, there's certain things that you've got to realize that are not gonna be allowed. Oh, Sam Lee's there. Let's get Sam Lee up here. Add them stage. What's going on, Sam Lee? How you doing, man?
Yeah, I just told everybody from Glitchdash channel to come over here. But right now it's perfect timing for me to be in the stream because I'm picking up McDonald's drive-thru. This shit always hella slow. It's probably gonna take 10 minutes. But yeah, perfect timing for me to join the stream.
Nice.
And yeah, it's been a long time since I was able to join somebody's stream because, me and Mr. Flex still got beef. And I blocked Necro, so I can't click the damn link to his stream. So.
Oh, God. Why'd you block Necro?
Yeah, because a couple months ago, like he was pissing me off, so I blocked him.
I got you.
But I was able to be a mod on his channel because, like, when you blocked somebody, they can still see your comments, but you can't see theirs. So that's why I'm a mod on Necro's channel. So
how's the evening going?
That's pretty good tonight. It's because I did less roadies. Every time I do less roadies, I make more money. So, yeah. But I do roadies sometimes just because I'm bored. Like, damn, shopping pays 10 in a row. God damn, gotta take like 5 roadies so I'm not like bored out of my mind, Yeah. Because like you go back to the same grocery store like 5-6 times in a day, you're like, dude, oh my God, it's just too much,
So are they still watching Jeff Thomas Blacker from Glitchdash?
Yeah, I don't know. I think Jeff Thomas Black, he's very passive, because I'm the person that said Jeff Thomas Black is a damn cult leader. But he won't say that like, oh, yes, Sam Lee said that. That's the thing. Like, he won't, like, directly address people. Like,
yeah, he's very sideways about how he approaches stuff.
Yeah, he's not like a super tough guy, That's why I don't get too mad at him, No, like, I get more mad at damn what's that guy's name? Doordash Sucks Glitch Gig Apps Exposed. Yeah, he talks more like with a cockiness. So like, people that talk with cockiness, they tend to piss people off more, But if you're like educated and nice, like Jeff Thomas Black, then like that's why I piss people off so much, and that's why I'm banned on so many channels. Because I talk kind of with like yeah, I don't talk that nice, So when I talk, it kind of
gets people upset.
Yeah, I don't want to talk like an educated person either. So yeah.
Hey man, you just gotta talk like yourself. You know what I mean? Yeah, people don't like it. That's on them.
Yeah. Well, I just hate how Glitchdash. Every time he addresses you, he try to say like, "Oh, PhD, whatever." Like, dude, just call him Dad Dash, dude. Every time he mentioned your name, he tried to mention like the PhD, sociology, whatever the hell.
I know.
Yeah, Glitchdash he's kind of unique, you know. Like when he addresses people, he's made up so many new terminologies that I've never heard anyone else in the world use before. You know, he's created a lot of like terms and stuff.
I know. Yeah, like I said, I mean, they have their own way of doing things over there. They certainly have a thing for dad to actually like to talk about. According to Jeff Thomas Black, I don't exist. I think that's always the funny thing. Somebody tells you you don't exist. You're a psyop. I'm like, what? And that's why it makes it easy. When you're the one who's being a psyop, you're like, okay. Well, that gives me an evaluation on how credible that person is, what their thoughts are, and I'm like, that person's way out there on left field.
Yeah, last night I got banned from Glitchdash channel. He banned me for a day because I think it's because of the damn I think it's because of that damn hot tea that I drank last night. It had so much caffeine in it. Usually when I'm listening to Glitchdash stream and I'm hearing like Jeff Thomas Black or Doordash Sucks, when I'm hearing them talk, I don't even hear it. But last night, I think that tea like had so much damn caffeine, I was hearing stuff way more clearly. And I was just so damn angry at all that stupid bullshit that they were saying, you know. It really pissed me off a lot. And also the damn what's his name? Glitchdash. He's so damn liberal that it kind of pisses me off, you know? Because he's like a far left, you know? You can tell by the stuff he talks about. He's extremely far left.
So is Jeff Black. Yeah, Jeff Black is that way too. But he, like I said, he's. That's what I think is so funny. You got like Glitchdash, it's like far left, and you got Brian, who's like a conservative, and they're all over there. Various different.
What I find very interesting about Glitchdash is like he'll talk shit about somebody like Mr. Flex. He's like, oh yeah, I don't really like Mr. Flex. And then when Mr. Flex comes in, he's like, I hope you're having a great night, Mr. Flex. And then somebody just banned him and deleted all of his messages after he just said a couple of things. So yeah, I just find that like hella funny, you know?
I'm going into the Glitchdash live and let them know that you're on the panel. Get everybody over here.
Yeah, maybe some of them are watching. I can't tell how many people are in here right now, but damn, I've been here like 5 minutes. Oh, maybe they all really liked his channel, but you know.
Yeah, he seems to be getting some views. He's got. I don't know if they're anybody's doing any funny business. But
I don't think anybody's even really watching Jeff Thomas Black. I think people are just in the comments. Yeah, every time he mentions you, every time he mentions you, he says all of that. I'm like, dude, I can't even.
Oh my.
I don't even think like that many, like I know myself a lot of the time I'm not even listening to what the hell's on the stream. I'm just there to talk to the people in the comments, you know?
Right. Well, I mean, and that's what I think. He's kind of tapped into is that need, especially for the West Coast people. Because Mr. Flex, his lounge will close down. 1 o'clock West Coast time. That's only 10 o'clock your time.
This is the thing with Mr. Flex. Like, he bans a lot of people like me and stuff, and like all of the people that's like on the Robert Reese team and stuff. None of us are allowed on Mr. Flex channel, so we have to find another place to like come chill and stuff. So,
what's up, Scrimpy? Oh yeah, looks like Sammy. They're saying you have an echo. I don't know if it must be you probably on Bluetooth, aren't you?
No. I'm just what's it called? Nah, I don't know.
Yeah, somehow. Welcome, Scrimp.
Yeah, I think everyone else in there is like a big fan of what's his name?
Jeff Thomas Black.
Glitch Dash. No, they I don't even think they're really fans of Jeff Thomas Black. They're just there to be with Glitch Dash. Yeah. I think half the people in there don't like me anyway because they're like, oh yeah, Sam, you take all the shitty orders all day. Oh, I made 103 hours. What? You take 6 hours to make it? I don't care, dude. I'm focused on my damn self, dude. I don't care how much you make.
Well, I mean, look, you gotta do it your way. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, as long as I know that.
Glitch Dash.
Yeah, because what's his name? I was on Uber Jeep AZ today, and he was like, "Oh yeah, you accepting every order, saying you got 100% acceptance rate. You're doing this, that. Oh, and then you say you can't afford to pay your bills. Who said I can't afford to pay my bills, dude? I got a pocket full of money right now and gold on me right now. This is called pocket stuff that I keep in my pocket, dude."
Yeah, I was gonna say. I didn't think you ever said you couldn't pay your bills. I thought you said you could. You made a lot of money.
Dude, I could buy 5 cars if I wanted to, dude.
Right. So you're making the money, man. Accepting every order.
Yeah. Because that's a misconception. Everyone's like, oh yeah, if you accept every order, that you're losing money. Dude, it doesn't cost. Even if, let's say I do a $5 10 miles, right? Well, in my market, we won't have that. We'll have a $5 5 mile, and I might have to drive 5 miles back to the hotspot. So let's just say that's a $5 10 miles. It won't cost me $5 to drive all that. So, yeah, at the end of the day, it's not a loss because it's not going to cost me $5. And everybody's like,
"What's up, Sleeper?"
Everybody's like tires. Gas. Dude, I bought this car when it was 20,000 miles. Now I'm at 140,000. I did not have to change my brakes, not even once.
Wow.
So I don't know how people are pressing the brakes, because I've driven 120,000 miles. I have not had to change the brakes once.
Well, it's all how you drive. You know what I mean? It's all on how you drive.
Yeah. This drive-through is taking a long time, 10 minutes in and move one car. There's probably only one.
That's ridiculous. Oh, Sam, where'd you go? Come back. What's up, Sleeper? What's up, Scrim? Nice to see everybody. Any questions you have, put in the chat. Let me know or answer them. Any topics y'all want to discuss, especially with Sam Lee on here. So our special guest, he'll be back, I'm certain. I don't know what happened to him. But absolutely, Scrimp. Absolutely. Absolutely. But Sam Lee can talk on how to make money, accepting every order. We're going to pick his brain. Hopefully it'll come back up here. I don't know what happened here. Thinking Script must have kicked Sam Lee out due to the microphone issues. Well, there he is. Sam Lee is back. Boom. All right, let's add to the stage. What's up, man?
Yeah,
what happened?
I took off my the charging cable. Is it still echoing?
No echo. No echo. Not that.
Yeah, it's probably the charging cable. Yeah.
Let me know, Scrimp, if there's any more echo. But so we were talking about how you can accept every order and be able to still make money. Is that correct, Sam Lee?
Yeah, the thing is, I think what's his name? What's that guy's name? UDM. He did a video on it. When he dropped down to 50%. He was seeing a bunch of terrible orders. But when you seen it when he was like in the 80s, 90s, you seen the orders he was getting was a lot better than what he's getting now when he's like 50, 60%.
How many orders would you say you do a day?
I'm not sure. Let me see how much I did this week.
What's going on there, Wesley Local? Welcome.
Because I do roadies too, so yeah. But let's just say I didn't do roadie. Let's say I just do DoorDash, because what I did last week just on DoorDash was like somebody's like 2 weeks right there. Like last week I had 95 hours just on DoorDash. So
was that active time or was that
nah. Active was 75, dash time was 94. I had 185 deliveries. So this is all before Prop 22. 1,182 in DoorDash pay and 561 in tips.
And you said 561 in tips. And then you did 70, how many hours? 74 hours?
Yeah, 75 active, 95 total.
Okay. And then you're still getting going to get Prop 22 on top of that. So 21 biking. Why are people unhappy with Sam? 21 biking. What's going on? Share with us.
Yeah, 1,700.
Nice to see you here, 21 biking.
So yeah, let's say I was outside of California, right? This would be a $1,700 week if I was outside of California. Just on DoorDash alone, no roadie. I probably made like roadie. The week ends on Monday night, so yeah. So including whatever I make on roadie tomorrow, that's like the end of the week right there. That's why it's hard to calculate my weekly earnings sometimes, because roadie, the week ends on Monday.
So it looks like Wesley Local said he got a $600 settlement from Instacart.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do all that just for $600. Dude, I've got screwed by Instacart too. I worked Instacart 3 months in 2020, dude. Dude, I drove so many damn miles on my car in 2020, dude.
Was that over miles or Prop 22? Is that how you got that settlement, Wesley?
Yeah, Instacart really screws people, man. I think I drove like 80 miles one time, probably like 2.5 hours to like some faraway place to pick up and do an order and then like drop it off to the customer house, probably like 10 miles away, and I drove 80 miles to the store to shop.
Wow.
I think they gave me an extra $15 or something. I think it was like a 10. This was when I first started doing gigs, so I had no idea what the hell I was doing. I didn't know how to cancel orders or nothing. So, because I was like, I thought it was an hour away. I would do this all the time. I would be like, shit, there's no orders here. Gotta drive an hour away to do an order over there on Instacart, you know? This was when I first, dude, I would totally not do that now. But when I first started doing gig, Like my first couple of months, Instacart was my first gig. I didn't even have DoorDash back then. Like I only had Instacart, and I did not know how to work that shit. I was like, oh man, drive 20 miles to do a $15 30 item order.
Yeah, Instacart can have some pretty crazy miles. I get orders. I mean, they're like $30 or $40, but there'd be almost 40, 50 miles. They want you to drive 20 miles one way and 20 miles all the way back for the delivery. It's crazy. And then you got to do like a 30 item shop. And I'm like, no way, man. Like, I mean, it'd be one thing if it was just like drive and pick up, but it's drive, pick up, shop, come back. It'd be 3 hours.
Dude, BK King, I didn't even say anything about the LGBTQ. I just said that all I said was that Glitch Dash is super liberal and that pissed me off, and that he's that he supports gay people. I didn't say anything. Hold up, I gotta talk to this drive-thru real quick. But yeah, people hated me before what the hell I said on Glitch Dash yesterday. So, and Glitch Dash, he don't even care. He's liberal. He'll forgive everybody.
Nah, Glitch Dash is a nice guy. Yeah.
He's very nice, dude. They got girls shit testing them every day on there, like saying, "Oh, can you say this and this?" And dude, he'll do it every single time. Cause dude, I was 17, right? And then like some like beautiful girl was like, "Can you make a video saying happy birthday to my friend?" And I did that shit, and I was like, fuck, man. If you're a guy out there, never do that shit. If a girl asks you to send a video of yourself saying happy birthday or some shit, don't ever fucking do that shit. That girl will fucking hate you. You'll be in the friend zone forever unless she's a girl you don't want and shit. Then you can do that. But it's like some girl that's like kind of hot. Yeah, don't do that shit. Whoa. Don't ever say happy birthday to any fucking girls unless it's a girl that's like not like you know.
So
like if it's a family friend or something. Like if it's like a family member.
Birthday to some random girl. What the heck?
Because that's what the comments told him to do, so he'll do it.
Oh, I got you.
But if that was like me, I'd be like, hell no, who the hell are you? I'm not singing happy birthday to you.
Sam Lee's ruthless.
Yeah, I'm not really a good person. I'm really in this like gay world shit just like for myself, you know, kind of.
Well, I mean, I think we all entertain
myself and like make my
sense. We're all here for ourselves in a sense. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like everybody in this geek community, like trying to like spill all the too many beans and shit, and give out all the golden information. You know, this information is so damn valuable, and they're just giving it out to the world for free. You know.
What information do you think is valuable that shouldn't be given out? Just example, not specifics.
I'd say like working long hours and accepting every order, that is valuable information. I shouldn't even be telling people this shit. I should keep it to my damn self. But I'm on here trying to get some fucking entertainment, so.
Well, I think it's like this though, Sam, in a sense. I don't think everybody's going to want to do that approach. So I don't think it's going to be as like that's not going to necessarily be something that you're going to end up having like a whole bunch of people jumping in and do. Yeah. So you said, Sam Lee, you did 100. What was it? 185 orders. I think you said.
Yeah.
Let's see here. 195 orders. So it's $9 an order. That's not bad. And that was without Prop 22. So you probably made $2,000 for Prop 22.
Yeah, and everybody's saying, dude, if you have a low acceptance rate, you're more likely to get them shitty orders, you know? UDM proved that. He lowered himself. Imagine if you're 20%, and all those 20% acceptance rate people, all you hear them say is, it's slow, I'm not getting no orders. You declined every single order already. Of course there's no more orders. You got a low acceptance rate and you declined everything.
Well, and I think you guys have earn by time, right?
No. Prop 22 is Prop 22. There's no earn by time. It's just Prop 22.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, see, earn by time makes a huge difference too, because when everybody starts doing earn by time, it slows the market down because you just don't see the orders, like the orders you would have been turning down are being done on earn by time. Because, of course, you know, if somebody's working earn by time, they're not seeing the offers, so they're just taking everything. So, I mean, earn by time kind of creates the same effect, I think, in a sense. And, you know, obviously you can work as much as you want earn by time. And then the higher your acceptance rate goes on earn by time, the more offers you see. And the same kind of situation starts to develop where I think that, you know, now if you flip off and go to earn by order, you know, where you're going to get higher tips, I think, you know, the way I did a video on it, I think earn by time is going to be, hold on here. I think earn by time is going to be earn by time. I think it's going to be more for the people that are going to
take the next ride onto LaSalle Street.
Whereas earn by offer is going to become the cherry. And I think that's how DoorDash wants it.
Yeah, now we're gonna have a bunch of people dude, a lot of people watch Nugs, so there's gonna be a lot of people abusing the damn earn by time now. They're not gonna do what Nugs did. They're probably just gonna steal like $1 or $2. They're not gonna be like Nugs and like steal like 20 minutes, half an hour of time. But they're gonna be like, oh yeah, we learned this from Nugs now. We're gonna steal an extra 5 minutes, 10 minutes here and there, you know.
I think you must have plugged in, Sam. Scrim said the audio is back bad again.
My audio is back.
I knew you would.
Nah, I think. Wait, Dash, is my audio bad or she just saying it's bad? I think she's just fucking around.
It's echoing.
Yeah, I'll come
it
back.
Wasn't before. I don't know. Changed some. Once you left and I brought you back in. Okay, he's coming back in. Thank you, Scrum. BK King. I do not have a gig channel. I've only been doing Uber Eats and DoorDash for about a year. Okay, gotcha. Well, I would encourage you, 21 BK King, to consider making yourself a gig channel. I mean, even if it's just a post daily update to share with the community, it's just a great way to interact. So I definitely encourage you to do so. All right, Sam Lee, welcome back, sir.
Am I echoing now?
Nope, you're good. I don't know what it was.
I think it's once every 2 times. Maybe sometimes I come in and I get lucky. Maybe it's like once every 2 times.
Yeah, I think Roy has the same problem sometimes when he's coming in and out. But yeah, so like I said, I think DoorDash in non-Prop 22 markets, I think that's how they're kind of seeing things is if you're going to do DoorDash as a, you know, all the time main app, I think eventually it's going to be a situation where you're going to have to see people gravitate towards that because you're making a guaranteed minimum base pay. tips are gonna, you're gonna get some orders that'll have tips, and it'll keep your acceptance rate high. And then if you're not interested, like if you don't mind waiting or having big gaps in between your orders, you'll be over on earn by order, which you don't mind. You'll be in and out of the app anyways. And I think over time, as these markets get used to having the two separate ways of working, I really do believe that I think it'll become easier on earn by order to keep your acceptance rate higher, for the simple fact that you're going to have less orders to turn down. So I think like once it all matures, I think that's how DoorDash is hoping it pans out. Now I don't think DoorDash even can plan anything, because the algorithm will learn its way of working, and you can't tell how it all goes. But I think that ultimately, earn by order is going to eventually become a cherry pick. I mean, it's going to become a cherry pick. I mean, because the people that are doing earn by time are going to be steady working, and the earn by order is going to have less, because it even says it when you read the two programs. One says higher tips are in the earn by order, but you work less steady work, whereas earn by time says, well, you're going to get orders with less tips. Doesn't mean you won't get tips, but it'll just be lesser tips will be over there, but you're going to get steadier work. And they're offsetting the lack of tips with a guaranteed base pay. So you're going to make, as long as you're working, you're going to make at least whatever that guarantee is, plus any tips you do get is going to equal more active pay, at least. So the key is going to be staying active. Because you said tip wise for you, what was it? You made 500 in tips. Is that what you told me?
Yeah, like 561.
Yeah. So in a sense, I mean, when you look at that, so you made 1,200 over. Right, so this is really good information too, actually. 1,200 and what was it? We're just going to say 1,235 divided by 75 hours. So you made $16.46 an hour in base pay, which some markets have that much. Now you're going to get your base pay, I know, Prop 22'd up to 22. But, the 535 in tips divided by 75 hours, you made about $7 extra an hour in tips. So in my area, that would be, $13 in base pay guaranteed per hour. And then it would be $20 an hour is what it would amount to. So if somebody worked 75 hours under those numbers, they'd make a couple dollars less an hour, so they'd make about $20 an hour, so they'd make $1,500 a week, which I'm sure there's a lot of people that would be very tickled to death to make $1,500, and then they'd only have to work 50 hours to do 1,000. All right, let's see here. Let's get into the comments here. I just feel like there are a lot of gay channels that people get plenty of info. Well, 21 BK King. Here's what I would say is I think that there's two reasons for the gig channel, right? One is information, like you go on, you get tutorials, you get ride-alongs, and then there's the second one that I call, to me, which is where everybody else should fall into, and what we really need to focus on building, and that is what I call the monetized water cooler. So it's the opportunity to say, like, for you to have a channel there, it's not necessarily to show anybody anything or teach anybody anything, but it's a spot for you to share something. So say a new program comes in your area, you turn your phone around, doesn't have to be anything fancy, and you say, hey, I got this new feature. Came to my area, this is what it's been like for me. I'll put an update up in a couple of days. If anybody else has seen this yet, let me know. It's called blah, blah, blah. This is what I found. This is how it was. It worked for me or it didn't work for me. And now you've taken that video and you share it, tag a couple people that you know in it. They watch your video. A couple other people watch your video. Now, if we are all doing this right, those people might put a video up and react to that. And we're all reacting and making videos and bringing content. And eventually, if you build your channel up to a point, you get 1,000 subs and you get get the watch time in place, you're making a few bucks. And you're doing nothing more than just sharing your good days, sharing your bad days. If you have a problem or you have something you want answered or you can't figure something out, you have a way to communicate. Because the reality is, we don't have an ability to see our coworkers. We don't have the ability, unless we run into somebody while we're dashing, but then we're in the middle of an order, so it's not necessarily the most convenient time to talk to somebody. So that's why you bring a channel in. It's just a method of communication. Even if you do 5 videos a month, who cares?
Yeah, I think it's better to have a small channel, once you get like too famous, then you become like Pedro. You start touring everywhere, like going to New York, going to Ohio, it's just like, dude, all that shit is kind of like distracting, you're going here to meet 5 people, you're going here to meet 5 people, like, dude, that's taking away, that's costing them money from not working.
Well, Sam, I think what happens is when you get to the point where Pedro is at, when he has the monetization going and he's got sponsorships and stuff like that. So for him, gig work is probably 20% of what he's relying on a monthly basis when everything is coming in full steam. As opposed to now, of course, he's in a different scenario because a lot of, the monetization's turned off, the super chats are turned off. He's not able to earn like he had been. So now he's got to do more gig work. But previously, I think that's also why you see him kind of talking about essentially, if you, really listen to what he's saying, he's burnt out.
He's more like a person that's like, he's more for the world, he's more like the hippie type. Like, he's more like want to make a society a better place type of person.
Yeah, he is. Well, I think that's kind of his goal, is to make his channel about kind of helping people and motivating people. So he's trying to not just talk about the gig stuff. He knows that's what got him there, but I think he's also trying to talk about motivating people to do other things, which is good, because to me, everything's a gig. Like that's the power of the mindset of the gig worker. Like, once you get in and you start doing it, and maybe it starts with DoorDash, but then you start to see that, all right, I can make some money with DoorDash, I can make some money over here, and I can make some money over here, and I can make some money over here, and I can make some money over here. All of a sudden you start looking at the world in a different way than you do if you're just like, well, I'm just going to go to such and such and work 40 hours and get a paycheck every week. Now I can make my money everywhere. 21 BK King. Let's see here. We got a couple things. Minimum wage in Sam's state, I'm not certain, but I do believe Sam gets, I think, whatever the minimum wage is plus a certain amount. So I'm not certain. I don't have any type of Prop 22 in my state. Demonetized Pedro.
People want to learn about Prop 20. God damn, I'm not using a GPS, so I go on the wrong.
You should be able to click the link. Is the link still in there? Did I not pin the link? Let me see here. Now you should be able to come on. Hold on a second. Copy. And
who is that? Wesley trying to put me?
All right. Now I just put the link in there. I don't know if I may not have pinned the link in this. Hold on here.
Oh, who is this 21BK? I always thought he was a troll or something.
I don't know. We're going to find out.
Yeah, I gotta get used to not driving with a GPS more because, like, dude, I'm like looking at these streets all confused, trying to find where the hell this place is.
Yeah, 21 BK King. I believe what occurred with Pedro, from what Pedro talked about, was that I guess there's a certain way you can interact with TikTok content, and whatever way you have to interact, you have to do it a certain way. He wasn't doing it exactly the way it was supposed to be done, and I guess YouTube got mad, so they suspended his monetization for 90 days, and he's got to reapply. And I guess he had to like clean up the videos that were not meeting the guidelines, whatever they are. So just, basically, just to me, it's just, it's the pitfalls that you can have if you don't understand completely. That's why I haven't done anything like that, because I don't know exactly how to do it. I don't even have monetization on my channel, but I'm just saying I don't want to screw something up, because I know you've got to do certain things. I think you've got to like be on screen or make it for commentary and put certain disclosures.
I hate this 7-Eleven. I come here 1,000 times and they still ask me for ID.
What's that? Oh, you mean
yeah, because I always pick up alcohol orders. Yeah, I'm taking a pretty bad order. It's like $6.75 for like 5 miles.
Oh, you got to show your ID at the merchant. Is that where you have to show your ID?
It's a alcohol order. That's why. 7-Eleven, a lot of them is alcohol orders.
Gotcha. All right, gotcha. 21 BK King, no problem, man. Whenever you're ready, come on in. But
wait, 21 BK, just wait 1 second. Gotta pick up this order.
Yep, no problem, man. But yeah, 21 BK King, just to further reiterate there what I was saying, you just gotta, to me, I think, that's the power of YouTube right there for us. Is more about, I think, building a community around the gig workers, and providing a place for people to be able to come, not necessarily to say, hey, I want to come. Obviously you can only watch so many ride-alongs, there's only so many tips and tricks, but it's the idea that we can all kind of share our journeys, share the challenges in your day. All right, here we go, man. Let's see here. Add to the stage.
Oh no!
Oh no!
My room is an absolute mess. How do I get rid of the camera?
Oh, hold on. Let me see what I can do here. Hold on.
Yeah.
There should be a place to turn the camera off. Yeah, I don't think I can turn.
Do this.
There you go.
How do I lower my audio? How do I lower so I don't echo? I don't want to echo.
Hold on, let me I can go into the mic settings, reduce background noise. I think that'll do it. Let's see how it goes now.
So I can still be able to.
Yeah, well, the BK stand for Burger King.
No, it stands for British Knights.
British Knights, okay.
Remember those shoes, British Knights?
Oh yeah, BK Knights.
Oh man, I wasn't around at those times.
That's showing my age. No, you weren't born.
Yeah, I was gonna say there should be a camera button right next to the mic button. Although
let me check.
Yeah, I'm trying to see if I can control, but I don't think it lets me control your
Microphone.
Your camera. Yeah, it'll let me control the mic, but not the camera.
Always block camera and microphone. Oh, okay. Am I echoing? I don't want to echo.
No, you're good. You're good on that.
Okay. Hey, how's it going, Sam? How's it going, Mr.?
You can call me Steve.
Steve, it's echoing back on my headphones though, which is really annoying.
Oh, it is echoing back on your headphones.
On my headphones.
On your headphones. You may need to go out and come back in and see if that clears it up, because I've had that happen on mine too, and that's how I cleared it up. It's just exiting out of, because you may or actually, you know what it is? You're probably open twice in your browser, because if you were on here listening in, so there's probably 2 windows open. I'm not sure.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
Let me get rid of this other window. Is that better?
Yep.
That was it. I'm sorry. Okay.
No,
I haven't been on live in a long time.
Yeah, we won't hear that part. That'll just be for you. But I know myself, I've gotten caught in that a couple times where I'm hearing like double.
No, it's all good. It's I don't want to hear my own voice in my headphones. That'll drive me absolutely insane.
Yeah.
But what's good, Sam? No, I'm not a cholo, man. I'm cholo. No, man. I was born in San Diego, California, and I am half Mexican, but from my mom's side, but she's 4th generation Texan, so she wasn't even born in Mexico. So I got family heritage from Spain. My mother's grandmother was Spanish. Yeah, I'm all over the map, dude. My last name Kendall. My dad, his heritage is more than likely probably from England, or the roots go probably back far. You know how it all is. We're all just a melting pot here in this great big America. We're all just squirrels just trying to get a nut, Sam. Just like you, just like Mr. Steve.
That's right.
We're just trying to figure out this DoorDash and this Uber Eats and all these gigs and trying to make it profitable for everybody.
Yes, absolutely.
So the thing, I had a question for Sam. I had a good question for you, Sam.
All right.
So you're saying that, okay, so my question is, you want to accept as many orders as you can, right? And try to be as profitable as you can, correct? Is that right? Is that a fair question?
I think almost every order is profitable. It's not like it's costing you $10 to drive one order.
Okay, so here's where I am. In San Diego, California, there's millions of people, a lot of restaurants, but to be fair, the restaurants are not close to each other. It's spread out everywhere.
Oh yeah, I've been to San Diego. I'm like 90 miles away from San Diego. I'm in.
Oh, there you go. Where are you? Oh, that's right. You're in Moreno Valley. Right on.
Yeah, it's right next to Riverside. Yeah.
Yeah, you know the map then. So for me, what happens on DoorDash is I'll get an order sent to me for about, let's say it's like $7-8, right? And they want me to go like 15 miles. I'm like, nah, that's not happening. That's not happening on my car. That might be happening on a car that you give me as a company and you pay me mileage, but it's just not going to happen. I'm sorry. I'm not going to work for that type of cash. It's an agreement that we all went into. We can decline these orders if they're not fair. And to me, that's not fair. $5 for 15 miles is the epitome of not fair.
Absolutely.
I've never seen a $5.15 in all my time working DoorDash. I've never seen.
Oh, trust me, man. They hit me with that all the time, bro.
I was going to say.
The worst that I've seen was in this zone. There's this one zone called Marietta, Temecula.
Yeah,
Temecula, Marietta. They always have these like 60, 70 cents per mile orders. Like I was there like, I think on Monday or Tuesday.
Yeah.
I was getting like $4 6 miles all night. But I still made like 300 that day.
Well, okay, so I want to speak to that, Steve. So maybe you can understand me on this as well.
Sure.
If you accept those orders. Sam said, I'm still making money at the end of the night. Okay, it's not that you're not going to make money. I get that. You're still going to make money. But your profit average is going to tank when you compare it to accepting higher offer orders.
Right.
It just is. It's just math. So for me, I wanted to find those comparable offers and but then again, me and Sam, hey, we got the benefit of being on Prop 22. So if we're driving around, me and you, Sam, I think it's very easy for us to do at least 2 orders where we're making $7.50 an order. We're hitting the minimum wage. Minimum wage here in Cali is $15 an hour. So it's very easy to get 2 orders for the hour, at least where I am. I mean, I'm not sitting around for 1 full hour, not even getting 1 order. And if that happens, I only wait around 10, 15 minutes. And I'm like, hey, I got Uber Eats on full time. I'm multi-apping. There's no other way. There's no other way.
No, it depends, dude. San Diego is so damn big. There's like 30 zones in San Diego. Maybe one spot up there in North San Diego is dead. Well, you got to go down there to downtown San Diego, where that damn McDonald's is and all those people.
I stay the hell out. I stay the hell out downtown San Diego.
Yeah, I gotta park like 2 blocks away and then walk to the restaurant. I gotta park 2 blocks away to walk to the restaurant.
Brutal. Yeah, that's brutal. With San Diego, I hear you, Sam. Any kind of a downtown, in a big city there's no parking. You're gonna have mad traffic. You're gonna have mad, one ways. Come on, I missed that light. I got it. It's a headache. So no, they try to send me downtown all the time. I'm like, I'm not going south. I'm not going east. I ain't doing it. So I choose my zones to be La Jolla and Pacific Beach, Sam. So those areas, it does take me to get from, I don't know, Steve, have you been to San Diego?
Not since I was a kid. I'm actually I'm on the East Coast actually.
Oh, Sam took off his mic. What happened?
I think he might be delivering because he was on an order.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. So what he'll do is, like, because he's been on here, I've had him on like many nights, and he'll just cut off like that, and then he'll come right back as soon as he gets done delivering.
I was talking with Glitch Dash, Thomas, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so Thomas, he seems like a really good man.
Mm-hmm. He's a nice
He really
guy.
does. He does. Yeah. He sounds like a very forgiving, honest guy. I mean, to be honest, I think the whole thing blew up on Pedro's channel. I watched that whole live and I was like, oh, this whole thing went sideways real fast. I was like, everybody's, Torp cursing out Pedro, and I'm like, oh wow, cowboy. You're like, wow, you come on Pedro's show and call him an MFer and start cursing at him. That's not going to be accepted very well on anybody. No. I wouldn't think on anybody's channel.
No.
Even if he had 150,000 subs.
No, I don't think anybody's going to appreciate it. But see, that's how Torp, that's what Torp is known for. So
he's known for that, it's not, how they say attract more what is it? Flies with honey or bees with honey? Yeah. Whatever it is, man,
that's kind of his persona, at least what he does. Like if you follow Torp, and again, that's kind of like,
to be honest, to be fair, I don't know Torp that way. So.
I was gonna say, because he'd been on Pedro before, so that's why coming in, and he's been silenced and kicked off for kind of same kind of behavior. So he made it longer on that live.
Yeah, he did make it pretty long.
Yeah, he did. He made it longer on that. So he was actually, he did a pretty good job of containing himself. But he tends to just, I mean, even though obviously you looking at it from never knowing any history,
I'm just looking at it as a bystander.
Yeah, and you're like, wow. But in the past times he showed up there, he would get fast. He has kind of a hair trigger temper, or at least that's how he portrays himself. Yeah. And he'll start cussing, and screaming, and hollering, and he puts people's monetizations at risk if they're monetized.
Well, to be fair, Pedro was come on and he said, hey, if what we're going to do tonight, we're not going to be attacking each other. We're not going to have we're not going to be disparaging each other. We're going to have a debate. And that was to me, the thing. I'll say this about the Pedro, because if you're gigging, if you're doing the gig apps and you do watch YouTube, which I think a lot of people watch YouTube, it's probably next to impossible not to know who Pedro is if you're looking for some advice on the gig apps. You know, people know who Bentley is, people know who Pedro, people know who your driver Mike is, people know these channels, correct?
Yes, they do.
With Pedro, when I have seen Pedro's channels, I honestly think that he's trying to give fair information. That's just my perspective, is that he's trying to give fair information on, hey, how can you make the most money?
Yeah.
No, that's what I got from him. And he comes off as a fair, honest guy to me. So that's to me. So
I agree with you. I mean, he's always prefaced everything with it. He's giving you information from his market, and his perspective.
It's his market. Yeah.
And again, that's why, like, you have to understand, like, with these apps, it's market based, but it's also person based too. Like,
correct.
One of the things that's why Sam, you know, he's worked his apps a certain way, so he sees certain things, he works certain places. But you know, myself, I see more what you're talking about. Like, for me, I have to multi-app.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I tried the other day to just do DoorDash, you know, just said, hey, let me try to straight do DoorDash and try to set it to the parameters that I wanted to, basically avoiding the type of orders you were talking about. Mm-hmm. And I had to end up turning on my other apps because it was just too slow. Like, it was either I was going to have to take orders that were going to drive my expense ratio up, you know, or down, however you want to look at it. But, or I needed to turn on, like, I do Spark, Uber,
Spark,
Grubhub, Instacart, Shipt. Those are the 6 I normally do. And of course, I'm also on Amazon, which I will pick up an Amazon here or there, depending on how things are looking for me. Okay. And then I've got Draver.
You got a lot of apps.
Yeah. Well, see, my approach to it is, I mean, I don't use them all but I have them there because, to me, I'm just preparing myself for the potential. Like, Spark deactivated me once.
Oh, man.
I was on Spark for like 3 months and they deactivated me, and then I just got back on Spark in July. And it took me over a year to get back on with them. And I didn't even know why I was deactivated. I believe it had to do with I have a video out on my channel about it because I kind of had done similar to what I was telling you about. I just went on and was like, hey, this is what happened.
Right.
And but essentially, I believe what occurred was somehow a order got attached to my account because I was sitting at home and I get a phone call on my phone. And I answer it, and it's a lady, and she's like, hey, did you just deliver a Spark to my house? And I'm like, no. I was like, I haven't been working at all tonight. I'd worked like probably 4 or 5 hours before I got this call. So I said, no, what are you talking about? She said, well, somebody just dropped off an order, or you so-and-so. She had my name, everything. And I'm like, no, I have no idea why you're being told I was the driver, but no, this is crazy. So I spent about 2 hours on the phone talking to Spark support, calling the store, trying to figure out. And they said there was a system glitch. At least that's what they told me, that there had been stuff going on with the system. They were going to escalate it. But my concern was that one of the Spark support agents was like, it looks like somehow this order got attached to your account. I can see where the driver sent it, like, basically had, I guess, it got marked as delivered, but no picture got attached. And then it got reassigned to another driver. And I'm like, well, are you telling me that I'm getting a ding for not having delivered an order? I'm like, this is crazy. He said he was going to escalate it. It was all going to be fine.
Okay.
2 days later, I worked one more day after that. I worked the next day. Took off for Christmas. Came back the day after Christmas, and they deactivated me.
All right. See, that's brutal. And that's where, unfortunately, when we're dealing with algorithms and when we're dealing with glitches and AI, it's, I think I asked Glitchdash, has it, because you watch, what is it, the full dash closure or whatever? I've heard some of that podcast, or that, should I say, that audio?
Yeah.
And that's GTB, right? That's JTB, right?
Yeah, Jeff Thomas Black. Yeah.
So he's saying that it's an AI based system. So it's like, and I asked Glitchdash, I was like, has that been proven? Because that would seem like it would be too early to be utilizing, full-blown AI in such a multi-million-dollar company like DoorDash, and just hoping everything is going to go great.
Actually, yes, it is proven. In fact, if you go to...
It is proven, okay.
DoorDash has, not only is it proven, DoorDash has put all the information on YouTube. If you go to the DoorDash Engineering YouTube site...
Okay, fair enough.
They put
I would
it all
expect
out.
JTB did his research before that. I was just shocked to hear about that. I was like,
that's how I kind of came about it, was reading some of his stuff. He had put some links in there, but I went in and checked it out for myself. That's why I have said, hey, there's good information in that book. Because
I got to read that book.
He's only got 4 chapters out so far, but it's very, very informative 4 chapters, and he's got like hyperlinks and stuff in it. So it's definitely worth the read, because what comes out in it is that the DoorDash algorithm is, as he calls it, market of one, and I've kind of took that and pushed that forward in some of my videos of trying to point out to people that you're a market of one. So many drivers think, hey, you're part of your market, as in what you see on the DoorDash map, but really you're your own market, because DoorDash, the algorithm is not learning your geographic market, it's learning you.
Right.
Because the AI system is meant to try to figure out how to get you to work.
But you know what? Let's talk about that for a minute, though, because if it's a market of one, this is what's interesting to me.
Sure.
If it's a market of one, hey, I feel that, and if it's trying to get me, Brent Kendall, to take bad orders, it's not going to happen, right? It's just not, because. Let me be fair about this. I've tried to go for Top Dasher before, and they start you off as Top Dasher when you first start, and they're getting to know who you are. They probably got to know who I am real quick. I'm not going to drive a long distance and take a small amount of money. That's just not happening, because look, we all have to pay for our car, our gas, our oil, all of our maintenance, our tires, everything. This is not free. And people say, oh, you can write that off as a business expense. It's like, look. Okay, you're not understanding. A business expense, okay, sure. How much gas you pay, this, that, and the other, oil changes, what have you. Okay, everybody knows that. It's a business expense. But they think that money is just given back to you. That's not how it works. The government doesn't just give you all that money back. They just don't tax you on that money, right? Right? Feel me?
No, I feel you. Absolutely. Yeah.
No. This is the thing, right?
Go for it,
You get Prop 22, man. You get Prop 22. Why are you
I have
every order pays the same. You get Prop 22.
Well, okay. See,
if you
but
take
I don't.
a good order, you don't get Prop 22.
Okay, but here's what I do, Sam. I don't rely on the minimum and try to just work on the Prop 22. I'm like, no. I want to try to make 25, 30, 35 an hour if I can. So, and I have been able to do that using DoorDash and Uber Eats. Oftentimes, to be honest with you, Uber Eats has just killed DoorDash in my market. It's paid me far more money than DoorDash because there's no rules on Uber Eats. Like one of my big grievances with DoorDash is like, everybody knows this, you get dinged, you get punished if you don't accept a bad order. So, and you're like, I'm not going to drive far and accept low pay on a bad order, and you're going to ding me, you're going to punish me for that? Nah, man. And it's like, yeah.
Well, see, now here's what I would say to you, right? When it comes to the market of one concept, right?
Yeah.
So the algorithm is not necessarily trying to get you to take bad orders. It's trying to get you to take. It's trying to figure out what price you will work at. So
That's funny.
So here's what happens. Well, here's what happens though. See, now you have to think about. You have to go all the way back to the very beginning and then think about what happens when you come in. Right? You maybe went to YouTube. If you go, probably went to Doordash itself, right? And they said, we're going to encourage you to try to be Top Dasher. They're going to, back in the day when I first started, they gave you Top Dasher, and they're going to start telling you what to do, right? Try to accept 70% of your orders. Now to do that, and then they're going to guide you with emojis and things to tell you, like, take this order, take that order. So you have to think to yourself, if they could just program this algorithm to give you exactly what you wanted, right, or what they wanted, there would be no reason why they would need you to accept this or that. They would just know the algorithm's going to spit out what it's going to spit out, and they have full control over that. But it's that part right there is one of the biggest tells about the system, that they themselves don't even have control over what it's going to do.
It's run amok.
Well, it's not necessarily run amok. It's just if you do the
it's glitchy.
Well, sort of, but it's a predictive algorithm. So what it's going to do is, what I mean is when you first get in, it's going to be testing you. Now, we as humans are looking at it from a human perspective, but you have to kind of take a machine perspective and think, okay, it's going to need probably 1,000, 2,000 orders to really start to learn you, right? Right. So, but you've got to stay steady and vigilant while.
Do you think it needs that? Did you think it needs that many orders though to get to learn you? 1,000, 2,000?
I think to really learn, I think for it to really start to learn what you're doing, yes. But I think the problem with that is like when you start to enter in, like with the algorithm, I don't think it necessarily needs that to. I think maybe 100 to 200 to 300 orders. It's going to start.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah, because I'm only at about probably 500
towards you. But I think once you smooth, like if you can get 1,000 to 2,000 in, and you're consistent the entire time, you're going to start to see which I think is what we're seeing with Sam Lee. Like Sam Lee's talking about, he's consistently working things a certain way. Okay. So as a result, he's seeing consistent results to how he likes to work.
But see, here's the danger with that, if I could speak on that. The danger with getting the market of one with that AI algorithm, right, is I'm going to try to learn who Brent Kendall is. Just what orders does he accept, right? And then I think it gets a totally it's not really learning who you really are, because if you're trying to go for Top Dasher, that's not who you are. When I was trying to go for Top Dasher, I would have to, they would try to send me McDonald's orders all the time. And I'm like, all right, my McDonald's right in my market, like right down the street, that place it's always slow, or typically mostly slow, to be fair, not all the time, but late night orders is where the McDonald's by my college campus starts turning on and popping off, right? And it's like, all right, you guys want me to come in here? It's just butts to nuts in there with college students, with dashers, with Uber drivers, but you're just like, where's my order, man? And you're just like, you know what? There should be something, to be fair, where you should be able to actually take off, like star it. Like, you know how they say you can star a place and say, I don't want to go to that restaurant. I'm going to remember that restaurant and decline that order. There should be the opportunity for me to say, I will not work on behalf of McDonald's and DoorDash with McDonald's, because it's not worked out in my favor most of the time. So, you know what I'm saying? I think that's fair. I think it's fair. Absolutely. But they don't allow you to do that. They just want to force the McDonald's orders on you until you have to turn off the app or your AR will tank. And see, that's just unfair.
Well, here's the thing though.
I think you're just being a rebellious employee, because that is not really a bad order. And you're getting Prop 22, so there's not really a reason to not take that order. You're still going to make like $20 an hour, even if you pay $6 an hour.
No, but to be fair, but Sam,
That's the truth.
I'm trying to get you to hear this though, Sam. And Steve, I think, can agree with me on this. Would I rather go to McDonald's and wait 20 minutes for an order, even though I have Prop 22, even though I have all of that, or I can get an order with the Melt? There's a place called the Melt, and they kick ass. They are always typically fast. It takes me like 5-10 minutes just to get an order and bounce and go a mile down the street. It's like look, it's a no-brainer. I don't want to go to McDonald's. It's also like how do you want your night to go? Do you want it to be waiting around in a McDonald's, waiting around for them to call your number? Nah, man. Come on, man.
Right. I agree with you on that. And I think that's why what you have to do, right, as far as you have to have, like you mentioned, you have Uber there. You have to, if you're going to work the app, like if you're going, because what the market of one's doing when we say market of one, it's not necessarily going to try to figure out how to give you the highest offer. It's also figuring out how to get you to hit accept. So it may punish you algorithmically by saying, okay, you've turned down 3 orders. Now I'm going to make you wait 20 minutes, because it's also keeping stats on you. So it's like last time he waited 20 minutes and then he accepted a $6 order, So the key is, like, part of which, again, not every app works the way DoorDash is one of the worst for how this works, because as you noted, Uber, Grubhub, Instacart, all these other apps, they don't work this way.
DoorDash does. And you know what's the worst of it, Steve? They'll send you the same exact order from McDonald's, and you're like, are you serious right now? You're sending, I declined it.
They're trying to break your mental. That's what they're trying to do.
Oh, they're not going to break me. They're not going to break me.
That's why you have to have the other app ready.
That's why I work the other. I turn off the DoorDash and I'm hitting Uber.
Yeah, well, boom. Keep DoorDash on. And again,
I keep it on, sure.
Unless you're just working one app, like for instance, unless you're just worried about working DoorDash, then acceptance rate doesn't really matter.
Right.
And that's what I've found for myself is, I've worked several different ways. And, in June, for the first time ever, I tried the Top Dasher. I said, I'm going to try to get Top Dasher, and I'm going to do that because I was going on a cruise, and I normally would schedule myself out, a week in advance. But I knew I wasn't going to be able to do that because I was going to be on a cruise, not able to log into the app, not able to do the scheduling. So I said, you know what? I'm going to do Top Dasher this month.
Right.
And let me tell you, previously, I always never had a problem with miles to money or anything like that, or profitability. But I watched in my area, and again, I don't have Prop 22 or
And where are you at? So what state?
I'm in West Virginia, Maryland, West Virginia.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I'm right on the border. I'm right outside of Washington D.C. So I work in Maryland. I work Maryland, Pennsylvania, West Virginia.
There's no propositions at all over there.
None. So
were you even allowed to vote on a prop and people didn't want it?
Nope, nothing's come through.
That's a drag.
Yeah, my state is not. I don't think my state's going to be putting anything through. No, my senator is involved in.
Yeah, your politicians are not working for the people.
Yeah, no, my senator is involved in the debate over the 3-pronged test with the Department of Labor, but he's not trying. The senators in my state seem to be. I don't think that they're really going to be pushing for something like Prop 22. Now, Pennsylvania supposedly is going to get something like that, or at least it's going to be a ballot measure.
So it's either for you or either earned by time or earned by order.
Correct. And earned by order, my base pay is $225. So, when I was trying to go up to get it wasn't that hard to get Top Dasher. And I agree with Sam. Like, my issue was I could still make money. I still made money doing it, but it was just what I noticed was in my area because we're very rural, and the biggest issue I think that in the areas I work is like you have like hot pockets of restaurants, and then you have 10 to 15 to 20 mile radiuses that you go out of, and you don't have any other option but to come all the way back.
Oh, it's rough.
So it makes burn by time rough because you're getting one way and then you got to come all the way back, and you don't really have any options.
And what's a drag about that is if the AI I guarantee you knows that, and they're like trying to manipulate you.
Oh, see, that's now what I have found is if I keep all my apps on the AI, I think they do work together to a degree, because I will get, say, maybe I'll get a $12 for 7 miles or something going one way, and then maybe I accept it, and I'm like, okay, I can stomach that, because, like, for instance, my accepted miles are always between $2 to $3, and I keep track of my dead miles, right? And my burn rate on that is anywhere from about 40 cents to about $1. So I'll lose anywhere from $1 to 40 cents on my dead miles, and that's just straight return miles. In other words, I'm going out.
Right. And see, that's the thing. DoorDash doesn't. Very rarely do they hook me up with an order going back. They claim they're trying to find an order, and we're like, you suck at trying to find orders for me to go back. So, and again, I'll have the Uber Eats, or I'll have the app on. I'll have both on. I'll get notifications from either one. And it's like, hey, if I get an order in my area going the right way back, I'm going to hit Uber Eats. Now, for you, what you're saying is it's brutal. Now, you're saying you want to hit at least $2 to $3 a mile. Is that fair for you?
Yeah, and that's what I normally do. Like, my accepted now. That's that's
what you want to accept.
Right. Off the
and you know what? And then you'll have all these other people trying to debate with you and argue with you. Oh, you want too much money. You just don't want to work. You just want to pick and choose, cherry picker. You know what I mean? It's like, nah. You just need to cool your jets. You need to slow your roll. You need to know that I'm in a rural area. There's a lot of factors that you don't know what's going on.
Now, I would admit, to a degree, that in order for me to accomplish that, I have to have, like I said, I have to have a menu of apps available to myself, because, I'm looking at Spark shops. When I'm going out, I'm turning them all on, and in my day, I might do 4 or 5 different apps throughout my entire day.
And I want to respect you guys. I know you got John K up here. I want to give respect to him and Sam Lee as well. So, like I said, I'm new here, so I'm just trying to.
How you doing, John K?
Hey, good. How are you?
Man. Yes. Welcome. I think it's the first time you've been up before on one of my lives.
Is that John
K? Hey, what's up, Sam Lee?
What's going on? Nice to meet you, John.
You've been talking bad shit all night, dude. You've been talking bad shit all night.
Yep, I'm just hearing your conversations over the internet, and how should I put it? I'm just interested in what you guys are discussing. What I've been learning, because I'm here in Southern California also with you guys.
Oh, that's not that John K. The other John K is in damn Florida somewhere. Oh,
Florida? No, dude, I'm here in Torrance, California.
Yeah,
Torrance.
Yeah, no, this is John.
Oh, you're the different John
Kill.
No.
Yeah, I think that the other one is Jonathan K. That one's the one that's been. He's always trying to talk.
Torrance is how far from LA, John?
Oh, from LA? I should say about 30 minutes, less than 30 minutes. Let's put it this way. Okay, from Torrance, if you go north toward LA, you're gonna head Gardena Lawndale. From the Gardena Lawndale, you can go up toward Inglewood, then Hawthorne, and you're gonna keep going up that direction.
Okay, all right, I feel you.
Yeah, so I guess.
John, what do you make of this conversation so far?
Well, you know what?
I think you guys like one time. There's that really nice area right there by San Pedro. Then you turn a little bit towards Wilmington, and it's the straight hood right there. But you got like 10 minutes,
you know the area. You know the area, Sam.
And 10 minutes out that way, dude, it's a damn hood. There's Pizza Huts everywhere, and a damn loud rap music. And Wilmington, oh my man.
Oh yeah, Harbor City, Lawndale, and you got a Long Beach going over that way, Compton. You got everything going that way.
You gonna get your wheels stolen if you drop an order off or waiting to?
Well, if you drive a luxurious car, I'm pretty sure you would.
Like what is it? What is it? Vacation? I love that Vacation movie.
Oh yeah, it's more like a staycation when you go over there.
Chevy Chase. But
Chevy Chase. Yep. Now, what I wanted to discuss with you guys is that you're right. There is an algorithm. It is based on different things, and we've been trying to go ahead and take a look at it. In terms of I like to call it cherry picking 2.0, which you guys call a glitch. It's just a different way. It's a different way of manipulating the system. Now, I can't say it's a bad or good thing. And we've gone by the policy that if everybody knows the glitch, then the glitch doesn't work for everybody. And if everybody's a top dasher, then nobody really is a top dasher because it's just oversaturated. There's just too many people out there to do it. Yep. So there's a select few people out there that should be able to go ahead and do this. Not everybody's going to be able to do it. And I think there should be an even amount of people, part-timers from W-2 jobs, other people from that wants to go ahead and multi-app to do it. There's all kinds of blend. That's the beautiful thing about this. It's just DoorDash is just that catalyst that it's, they got 60% of the market, but at the same time, I believe firmly that it's, if you know how to work it, then basically it works in your favor. Now, I've been working more. Remember, you guys were talking about how the AI and how they're looking at things. If you guys look at whoever has an Android can do this. I don't know about Apple, but if you look at your data and your cache in your app, it actually tells you a story. And I've been researching this for about a month, and now I have a way to look at it and read it. If you guys want to later on learn how to do it in your favor, I can teach you how to do it. I can teach you how to read it and work with AI. It is a very simple process. That's really basically, let's put it this way: I never got a bad order. Here. Yeah, really? I never get a bad order, and I don't really use the glitch because I organically, because I know how to read the data and the cache, I know how to organically decline without even declining anything. If I wanted to, I decline maybe 1 or 2 out of 15 to 20 orders. That's how well it is.
How do you organically decline it without actually declining it?
Well, no, I'm just saying, a lot of us we do that glitch. So basically, it used to be that way. Okay. So yeah, it's artificial or unorganic, should I say? But then when you go ahead and do it that way, your AI either stays. We all know the story. It either stays the same, or it goes up. So that's why everybody refers to that one. But let's put it this way: I'm going to talk to you guys about one trick that might work in your market, in any market. But the way you use this is that airplane mode has a way to work for more than one purpose. One of the purpose is through AI manipulation. AR manipulation. The other one is to go ahead and get more orders. So what we found out is that if you were to go ahead and then finish a dash, or either you decline a dash and you let it pause or unpause, you go ahead and turn airplane mode on afterwards, right away. Then you go ahead and turn it back off. And normally what that does, it refreshes the connection. Because there's a lot of people that says, oh, there's not orders out there. It's not pinging on my phone. Because the reason is somehow it's not...
You're leaving the airplane mode on too long? Is that why?
No, it's not. You're not leaving the airplane mode on. It's just for some reason, the AI is just trying to get the orders out to everybody. But if you know how to turn on airplane mode and turn it off and use it, then basically it's like turning on. It's like I tell people it's like turning on the switch on and off. So basically,
you leave it on and turn it off for.
Correct. So you want after every order, what I do is I turn it on, and afterwards I turn it off after every order, either be decline or accept. And then afterwards, what happened was it's normally, but within maybe about 5 seconds, it just gives me another order right away, whether it be a bad one or a good one. But it really depends on your market. I can't say for every market, but I've been testing it out from people from Texas, people from Florida, for a few from California, Vegas, and what I found out, it really works well.
So you're saying you decline the order, turn airplane mode on right away, or are you saying
right? Turn it on right away, then turn it off,
and then turn it off. Just turn it on, turn it back.
Just turn it on, and then turn it off, and wait, and you're going to get an order. Now I'm not sure. Right, exactly.
Connection. Okay.
Correct.
Okay.
Refreshing your connection, it actually gets you an order. Normally, pretty good, pretty quickly, should I say, more than anything else.
Is that only on Android, or are you seeing?
No, actually, you know what? I haven't tried it on I haven't tried it on Apple yet.
That's
but
what
I'm pretty sure.
That's what I have iOS.
Yeah, so you can try it that way too.
Both.
I believe it might work with iOS too, because it's the same thing. You're just cutting off the connection and you're refreshing it. That's all you're doing.
Okay.
So that's one trick of the trade that I learned. So, it's like everything that they do.
Basically the glitch, man. That's basically the glitch.
Yeah, that sounds like Glitch Dash was basically doing, Thomas.
Sort of.
Right, but instead of the AR, see, you're not manipulating the AR in terms of the acceptance rate. What I'm teaching you guys is just actually it's more of a purpose of of being more productive. So. Yeah. So basically, instead of trying to cheat your way through it, and if you want more orders to go ahead and come to your phone, that's just one way to do it.
Because the AR, to do the AR one, you would be turning airplane mode on.
Correct. And then looking at your order, right, and then turn off airplane mode, and then either accept it or decline it, and then afterwards to go ahead and just
you gotta wait it out.
You gotta wait it out.
So it slows you down a little bit, actually.
Let me ask you about that with the real glitch, the actual glitch in quotations, right?
Correct.
When you turn, Steve, if you turn off, if you put on airplane mode right away, and you're waiting for orders to come, so you're just going to get notifications. You're not going to have access to your Wi-Fi map. You're not going to have that. You're just going to get a notification through your 4G.
Well, my understanding is with the iPhone, it's a little bit different. But basically, if you had an Android phone, you would essentially leave the app, right, and you're in your home screen, and you're going to get a notification on your phone that hey, an order is there
through your text. Yeah,
through your text. Now you have two options. You could either do nothing. Let's say you were just trying to get your AR up, you could do nothing. It'll time out. It'll put your dash in pause. Or at the moment you get that notification, you can flip it into airplane mode, and then that will let you flip into the app, see the order, then determine if you want the order, flip back out of the app, and then turn the app back, turn airplane mode off.
But if you turn airplane mode on my iPhone, I can't go into the app because it's like it needs Wi-Fi.
Well, see, that's where apparently, according to what I've been told in regards to the iPhone is limited. You're only going to be able to do
exactly.
You're only going to be able to basically do it where you turn airplane mode on, and then you just wait like 5 minutes, turn it off, and see if you're in pause. And then,
like what John was saying, kind of more.
Now you could very quickly on iPhone, like the moment it comes in, if you like a ninja swipe down and click airplane mode, sometimes you can get in and see it, sometimes you won't, but you run the risk of
missing the order.
Missing the order, or B, getting in there and then like causing the order to hit your phone because it lands and gets in there before you turn airplane mode. So the iPhone is much more complicated. That's why they say, like, if you really want to experience the glitch, you can go buy a $50 Android phone and do it.
Yeah, that's what they normally would say. Right, but there is people that doesn't really want to expose the way Apple does it. The one way I've heard it was that instead of doing the airplane mode, you can technically go ahead and go into your app setting. The settings, and afterwards you go to under app, and you go under DoorDash, the DoorDash app, and there's a bunch of settings. Under one of the settings, it would say cellular mode.
Yeah, because it doesn't have stop quit. Like Thomas was saying, I think he was using an Android. Say, go onto your apps, look into your apps, and do stop quit. Well, I don't have a stop quit.
Right, exactly. Because if you look at the line of code, Apple they have their operating system under lock and key, so it's pretty secure. So when I saw the code, and it's written code, the code itself is only like 15 lines or less, where the Android is like over 136 or 137 lines of code. So there's a lot more written in the Android rather than the Apple. So that's why it's a lot more complicated with Apple than Android. But with your Apple, what I heard, this is one thing I haven't tried because I don't have an Apple at the moment, but you can go ahead and turn on and turn off what you got the cellular mode instead of doing it. So
cellular. So you're
turning off the cellular mode, correct? Exactly. So it's the same thing, but airplane mode turns off everything. But what happens is you're also which there's an app background that refreshes consistently. So I would think maybe I can try that. I don't know if that's going to work because it needs to refresh in order to go and get it. So I was kind of just poking around doing different things too.
That's interesting. Steve, have you have iPhone and Android, right?
I do, yes.
Have you made a video on? I know Thomas has made a video on how to expose how to actually use a glitch, but I know some people wouldn't want to do that on their channel. Understandably why. But have you done that on your channel or tried it? No. Okay.
Well, I have.
Let me tell you something. The glitch is bullshit. Even Ron B, when he worked in Orange, dude, I was in Orange County. I accepted every order and made $50 in 1 hour. So using the glitch or not, it's completely bullshit. I made $300 in 14 hours tonight, man. Come on, who else here made $300 today?
$300 in how long?
14 hours.
It's not even 14 hours. Like maybe like 13 hours and 40 minutes.
Well, let's put it this way.
That's total time. That's total time, not
that's a lot.
Okay, let's put it this way. Without using the glitch, what you guys call the glitch, I worked today from 5 to about 9. I got pictures of it too. I literally went ahead and took catering orders, and I made $205 in that amount of time in about that 4 hour.
That's what I'm talking about, Sam. You want to make what John's making over here on the 4 hour drive.
Just hook up with me. You know what? Seriously, you guys have to hook up with me. Hook up with me. Will. And afterwards, what we'll do is I'll go ahead and teach you guys how to go ahead and handshake the AI, so it will work in your favor.
So, John, on the iPhone, did you turn off background app refresh as well?
Well, you know what? That's the thing I want to try, but I'm not too sure. So what I've heard, this is what I've been taught when I've been asking people about it too, is that what people were telling me, instead of doing airplane mode, don't do it. We're not doing the airplane mode. And I go, really?
Correct.
And they're like saying, okay, what we're doing is we're going under the settings, under the app, Doordash, under there is what we're doing is we're waiting for the order. And as soon as it rings in, then we're going to go ahead and turn off cellular mode. Turn off cellular mode. We're going to go ahead and open up the app, take a look at the order, and we're going to turn on cellular mode again. And if we want it, we keep it. If not, we just close it out, just like anything else, and wait for the timeout, that pause.
I see what you're saying. So basically, you're saying you turn off the cellular mode, so now it's no longer connected to the.
Correct. That's their cut, and that's what they're not teaching you.
Loaded it in, and then you just go back out, and then it
Correct.
still never acts like a loaded.
So, Steve, do you have your iPhone right in front of you right now?
I do. Yeah.
Okay, I have it right now. So if I go, I have Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, I have cellular. So if I click on cellular, I'm sorry. I want to go to apps first. So I want to go into the Doordash. I want to go into the Doordash
Dasher.
Let me pull it out. Here it is.
You want to turn off Wi-Fi, I would imagine.
I don't have a Wi-Fi.
Yeah, exactly. Because we're not connected. Normally, when you're on the road, you don't connect to Wi-Fi anyways.
Because otherwise, Wi-Fi will override the lack of cellular.
So, John, you want to turn off cellular data?
That's correct. Cellular data is what you're looking at.
Gotcha.
But you don't want to turn it off until the order.
That's correct, because otherwise you're not going to receive an order.
Right. Because that's the 4G. You're not going to get nothing.
Correct.
Yeah. If you're in airplane mode or cellular, you ain't going to get nothing.
That's true.
So, all right, I feel you. No, John, thank you so much for the information because, we're going to have to, hey, sub to John's channel. John, do you have a channel?
Not yet. I'm going to be starting one. I'm going to be starting one in October. It's going to, I'm going to give it a name. I'm going to call it Master Dasher.
John, sub to my channel, please. Everybody, please sub to my channel just to keep in touch because I don't have a gig channel. But okay. But I'm gonna sub to everybody else right back. But my channel is just 21 BK King. That's all it is. And I have a lot of music. I have a lot of music videos. I'm a guitar player. So just
we need to definitely connect up.
Absolutely, Steve and Sam and John and everybody here.
The glitch is no damn good. The only way to do it is by accepting every order. That's the best
No,
way
actually, Steve, Sam, you're killing yourself. Trust me, that's not the way to do it. Used to be back in the days when the AR didn't matter, but now since we got the tier reward program coming in, then we have the Dasher, which got Diamond program. They already came in. There's like a streak. Everybody's like, some states do the streaking rewards. There's a lot of different programs, and it's all AI driven. I mean, all they do is plug in a few things, and then afterwards they're like, okay, go for it. But if you're okay, I put it this way. When it comes to these numbers, right? And you look at your numbers and you see like, just say, for example, you see like data, it's going to say like 86, and you're going to see like the cash, it's going to say like 162. Basically, DoorDash has accumulated so much crap. I tell them like it's like a browser. You know how you use your browser and you got so much cache and cookies and everything collected in there?
Yeah, clear out that cache.
It's about the same thing. It's going to crash. It's going to freeze. It's going to go ahead and send you bad orders because it can't send you clean orders. What it's doing is sending you whatever order comes bumping over that information. So you're kind of, when you see an order in the phone, it goes 14 miles for $11. You'd be like, why did that order come to my phone? It doesn't make any sense to me.
So worse orders than that, man.
So you're saying clear the cache is what you're saying.
Right, exactly. But once you guys can handle,
let me say this, right? Like you're making good money on those busy dinner hours, but everybody makes about that same amount during that busy hours. Because
that's true. That's true, Sam. That's true. That's true. I Friday night, Saturday night, 5 to 9. Yeah.
Right. I only dash during 3 times. I dash during during the breakfast hours, the lunch, the brunch, and the lunch, and I also dash during dinner. So those are the only 3 times. Anything else, I just kind of kick back, have lunch, whatever I want to do in between. Then.
Can I ask all of you guys collectively about lunch? Because I've only done it a few times, and my experience is, they want me to go up to some building, 14th floor. I'm like, come on, man.
Right.
Try to find parking in some big corporate building, and it's just like, dude, I don't have time for this, man.
True.
That's those big cities like.
That's me, San Diego.
Sometimes in Riverside, San Bernardino, they'll have that, but like. If you're in like a suburban city, they don't really have that shit.
How about you, Steve? You don't have to deal with that, huh?
No, not in my area.
Do you do lunches
towards the city? I do.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I'll do, but the thing about my lunches, is the community I live in is more of a bedroom community for Washington D.C. So everybody leaves during the week. So
makes sense.
I'll head down towards the city if I'm going to do any type of food delivery. So what I'll mainly focus on during the day, if I'm out during the lunchtime. Now, I'm not saying there isn't a catering order, because we have some plants that are around that'll sometimes order for their employees, and some doctors' offices will do occasional stuff. But normally, like Thursdays and Fridays, I'll see catering, easy cater orders come through. But I do a lot of Spark during the day.
Gotcha.
And that helps fill the gaps. Now, dinner time.
Well, do you guys also do LOP? All you guys? I'm not on LOP.
I'm on LOP. Yep.
Right. Right. Where I'm on the LOP, but I'm kind of officially and unofficially on it. When you first get when I first started DoorDash years ago, I was kind of getting pissed off at people getting large orders and I wasn't. Mm-hmm. So. Basically, even before Pedro plastered all that information on there, they say, "Oh, you got to get on their waiting list and they'll get you on there."
He still does not have LOP. That's the most insane thing.
Well, he actually probably lost it. That's the thing. He was on the LOP.
No. I watched it. He never got it. I watched him call into support and say, "Hey, I have a lot of orders. I've been doing it for a year." He did not get it.
Interesting.
You just said something about losing it, because I can tell you I'm on it, but then it seems like sometimes like I'll be on it and I'll go strong with it, and then all of a sudden it'll just go dark. And
what I can tell you is that when it comes to the LOP, you don't need to keep AR. You can have a 0 AR and still be in the LOP. Right, exactly. All you got to do is just maintain your customer rating and your completion rate. That's all you need to do.
Yeah, I was going to say,
they don't get mad at you and kick you off.
Yeah, I mean, I have my completion, my customer rating right now, knock on wood, is 5, and I've got a 96. Now,
dude, that's a perfect
I think it also
score.
could just be my market. because I go down to, I have a market about 25 minutes from me, which sits right on the Loudoun County, Virginia border. And people down there, cost of living is huge. People tip really well. They have a lot of money. I mean, I was down there the other night, and I got like a $60 LOP order, but then I followed up with a $33 LOP order, and ended the night
nice.
with a $47 LOP order. Yeah, I mean, then I come down here in my market where I live, and I'll get one LOP every 2 days. I mean,
it's a demand, but at the same time, it's the amount of people that's on there that because before I got into LOP, I used to get some pretty decent orders. But according to what Doordash says, is that if there's not enough qualified large order dashers, it will spill over to the next group, which is kind of like us, you, me, whoever's not in the LOP, that will get those orders. And that's kind of giving us a chance to get on there, because when they say if you have a catering bag or not, what you do is once you get your picture in there that you do have a catering bag, it puts you in the system. That's how you unofficially get on there.
Okay.
Yeah, so, I think somebody mentioned if you actually call in to support and say, hey, I'd like to buy a catering bag through DoorDash.
Yeah.
So they know you bought one. Yeah, they know you bought one, not just showing a picture.
Correct.
At the time when I bought the bag, I didn't even realize I didn't even know about LOP. This was about a year and a half ago, and I bought the bag because I just wanted to get a bigger bag, because I was getting catering size orders for like Uber and Grubhub, but I didn't have a bigger bag, and I was like, you know what, I need a bigger bag, plus also for grocery orders. So I thought,
correct.
So I ordered it from DoorDash. I actually happened to be on the phone with support, and I said, hey, my catering bag, I just ordered a catering bag. I said, it just arrived. I said, is there anything special I need to do with this? Because I got it. And she said, well, you know what? Send me a picture of it. So I sent her a picture of it. And then like 2 hours later, I got the email that said, welcome to the LOP. And then I got my first catering.
Did you have to have a certain amount of orders to get into the LOP?
At that point, I think I had maybe 1,500, 1,600 DoorDash orders.
Ooh, that's a lot. Yeah, that's a lot. Okay.
Yeah, you don't need as many. It's like the pizza program. It's like how many programs do we know in California? We have the alcohol, we have the pizza, we have the shop and deliver, we have the LOP, which is also having catering. Now, if you guys also don't know, is that if you want to, like how they said you don't have to really schedule. What I would do is during the busy times, right? I would schedule, because we could actually schedule up to 7 days ahead of time. Mm-hmm. So when you schedule us those days, even if you miss it, what they do is they have two kinds of catering: on-demand catering, and they have this pre-scheduled ones. So if you want better chances of getting those particularly if you know it's going to be busy in certain days of the week, then what DoorDash does is they go ahead and pre-schedule sometimes some orders for you.
Really?
What?
They're pre-scheduled some of the it works for catering, not for regular orders.
That's almost like a deliver app.
It is. Right, exactly. But then they don't tell you. They used to be able to tell you, but now these days, what I've been hearing is if you want to get good orders, schedule ahead of time, at least 3-4 days ahead of time, and let DoorDash, go ahead and pencil you in for. So just kind of schedule whatever you think is going to be busy, and then they're doing it.
It's funny you should say that, because I basically in July I got Top Dasher for the first time, and then August I got Top Dasher, and I haven't really been keeping up with my scheduling like I normally would. But previously, I used to schedule quite a bit, and that's when I used to get a lot. I feel like I used to get a lot more large order programs before. Correct. I was dashing out all the time.
Right.
Now it feels like when I come in, I'm coming kind of like that. It's like I'm coming in unscheduled, so it's like I'm in some different queue where
you are
runoff or something.
Well, you're in a different queue altogether. Correct.
I want to share something with you guys. There's a guy that I started watching, really nice guy. I think he's into rock and roll, heavy metal, like I am, like long hair. And cool. He dashed, but he's in Canada though. Check this out. I know it's a completely different country, but the algorithm's all the same, right? So the thing is what's interesting with him is he's on the LOP catering. He's on like everything. He's a top dasher. He maintains a high AR. And he allows himself to be punished with terrible orders. And I'm telling you, sometimes he'll get a $4 order, going like 5 miles, 6, 7 miles. And it's just like, he's like, man, they're beating me up again. He's like, you know what, guys, it's the end of the month. And he's like, they're beating me up because they know I have to take these orders to maintain my top dasher and to maintain all this stuff. And
what you normally would call Hell Week.
Yeah, exactly. Well, he says that this is what's going on with the algorithm. He said all the good, really, really good orders, consistent good orders are going to the newbies and going to the people that don't dash full time. They don't dash full time. So he's like, that's where they're going at the end of the month. It's an interesting theory. I don't know if that's 100% the AI truth.
Well,
but
you know what? In some facts, there is some truth to that in some ways because they want to incentivize the new dashers. I do kind of believe that. They give them, because they're clean. They're clean. They're starting off fresh, and so they want to give them a taste of it. It's what I kind of call the
month. Well, at the beginning of the month, it starts kicking in with good orders again for him. He's like, all right, we're back. And then, but sometimes he says, guys, you want to know how to not get your AR dropped and tanked? He's like, do what I do. He's like, accept a terrible order, right? Accept it. And guess what?
Right.
Unassign it. Unassign it. He's like, you got like up to 5 of those. What is it?
Correct.
100 orders or something. And it's people can do that if they're just doing massive, full-time, massive orders, right? You can do that.
Right.
But
the best time to do that is that because what they're doing is they're getting strict on the completion rate. Some state will give you that threshold of 80%. You can unassign all the way up to 80%. But some states you can only do 90%.
I've only unassigned 5 so far. I'm at 95, and so it's
right. 95. That's if you want to keep top dasher, but really, if you want to, right? Exactly.
I had to unassign some of them just because I had to.
Yeah, you want to give yourself a little buffer. That's right.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you can play around with it. Whether you're top dasher or not top dasher, you can play around with that. Now, how much of it? See, what I'm trying to figure out is how much of it is being affected by, for you getting the orders for the top, those LOP orders.
Well, listen, that's what we're all trying to figure out about this wacky AI. Because there's so many people. Top dasher doesn't matter. Pedro will say it doesn't matter. For some people in some markets, it matters. There's just different things. Now, I mean, with you, Steve, when you're talking about the AI getting to know you as the market of one, right? Here's the thing. So it's going, oh, Brent Kendall, we know this little bitch. This little bitch doesn't like to take orders lower than this or whatever, right? So, but here's the thing. They keep trying to send me those. So it's like, when are they going to go? Nah, don't even send them to him because he's going to see, like you said, Steve, they're still going to, is he desperate yet? Is he desperate? It's like, no. I
used to think like that too, but really what it is that what we're doing now, as some of us, some of the people that we're working with together, is there's actually something called a preferred driver. Now, I used to see some people out there, and they have like 15,000, 20,000. I'm all like, these guys are getting nothing but good orders. And I'm going, what the heck is going on? Now, what I found out is that if they do enough dashes during that time of which got to pick enough from the certain restaurants, and then they have customers giving them 5 stars all the time when they deliver back and forth. Even if you are just starting your dash, guess what the AI is going to do? The AI is going to say, oh, he's online and we got an order for him. So basically, when you see some of these guys that have like these ridiculous amount of dashes, or lifetime dashes, it's because they're already picked by the AI as a preferred driver over you.
Yeah. Exactly. Right. You know what? And I think that is happening because the guy in Canada, he's like, hey, the AI, he calls it the algorithm. He says, hey, because it is the algorithm, but
it is.
He says, he's like, hey, they sent me my regular. They sent me my regular. They know.
Yep.
And it's I'm like, wow, he has regulars.
You do
that because there's customers, especially like LOP customers of mine that I've gotten that I will repeatedly get over and over again.
Yep.
But so Steve, here's one of the ultimate questions. Mm-hmm. If is getting to know you as the market of one, as you, Steve, like, what is he going to accept? What is he not going to accept? Now, the thing is if you don't accept orders, they're going to be like, we don't care. He can go kick rocks. We're just going to send it to the people that are going, we're just going to send it out. And whoever grabs it. And who cares about Steve or Brent? We don't care. See, DoorDash don't care.
Yeah, but part of the market of one, it's not just the algorithm getting to know you and saying, hey, what are you going to hit accept? It's also, and that's another part I talk about on my channel, is building out there's other ways to develop your priority, just like John was saying. You can get priority by developing 5-star relationships with certain customers.
Yeah,
restaurants. I don't know if they still can do it, but they used to be able to make you a preferred driver for them. I do believe there's a sushi restaurant that I get all. I mean, when I'm up and around that restaurant, I'm getting everything orders.
I love them.
And I know that I have a great relationship with them, and they came out to one time they had to help me out a really, really big order, and they saw my bags and how I had everything arranged. And from that point on, it was like I've gotten a lot of orders from them. So I do believe
they were like, we want this guy. They're like,
because they knew I had the equipment. I was taking the time to make sure that their food was getting there good.
Absolutely.
So I believe like that's all part of the market of one. In other words, you're building out your market of customers.
Correct.
You're building out your space. Like I even will keep tracking, because if you have Android, you can't do it on your iPhone, but on Android, I'll click the address and it'll automatically load it into my Google Maps.
Yeah. See, so I can't do it on my iPhone. So if it's a good tip,
I've already got that loaded in, because I'll just go ahead and it'll load it on Google Maps. And
you know what you could do is you could download. You could download the Google Maps on your iPhone.
Oh, I have Google Maps. I do on my iPhone, but that's the thing.
If you go to,
I have it. But the thing is it uses the in-app app, the in-app map.
When you have iPhone, it won't do like Android does, where it'll click through and open the app. It just pulls up the address, and you actually have to
you have to click. Yeah, you have to, exactly. You have to.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so that's one.
It's a drag.
I did a contrast on that. People were misunderstanding, I think, what I was trying to say, and they were like, "What are you doing, building a database?" I'm like, "No, I do have a database, sort of.
Right.
In my Google Maps, I can look. So when I'm deciding where I want to go, or if I'm, you start to get to know your area. That's part of learning your market. It's like, if I know I've got customers in a certain area, and I can see there's a whole bunch of LOP customers, or people that used LOP in a particular area, it'll tell me the last date I was over there. I can go in and look and say, hey, yeah, I don't mind being in that area or over in this area. And those little things are helpful, because you're building your market up. And that one particular area I told you guys about, I was at the other night, I call it my honeypot market. I work there,
go honey hole, as honey hole.
That's what it is.
When I'm up there, man, like it's condensed. It's like probably 20 square miles, and but the majority of where you're going to go is within like a 10-mile radius. And people tip great, and they tip great on whether it's Grubhub, Uber, DoorDash.
What you're talking about is exactly what's going on with this dude. This his name is Dash for Cash, guys. I would love for you guys to check.
I know exactly who he is. Dash for Cash. I see his video all the time.
Oh, yeah, I like watching it. He's not even at 1,000. He's not even at 1,000 yet. We got to get this guy to 1,000. But this guy is interesting because he'll sit there and you'll see all these restaurants, like, right, John, Earl's came in with another order, and he'll go like, oh, this is Donair, and he's like, this is the sushi, and it's just like all these restaurants are right next to each other, dude. It's not like that in California. It's not like that. So it's like he's got Restaurant Row, and like, dude, you're just balling money. I'm not gonna lie, I get jealous watching his channel and just be like, dude, how are you doing that? And he's just like, he did mention, guys, listen, it wasn't like this when I first started. So he did say that. So I don't know how many orders he had to get before he was balling. But dude, the guy makes on a 4-hour shift, the guy can make up to $300-400 at sometimes. And you're just like, dude, you are balling.
So John, you said that you do believe that when you're dashing now, like if you're entering a dash as a dash now, as opposed to going on as a scheduled shift, you believe that there is two separate queues that you're living.
There is. Correct.
Okay. So
yeah, and it's been confirmed because I've tested that out for a month now, and there are days there's days when I wake up and turn my Dash on, and basically the first order that come in is a catering right away, like 7:00 in the morning. I'll be like, oh, okay, I'm up, and ding, I'll be like, oh wow, that's the catering order. I got to go get it.
That's interesting. So two different queues under the AI.
So one AI, the AI controls all the database, and it fills it all out.
Do you think it's a better queue to be in for Dash Now, or do you think it's a better queue to be in under schedule?
Well, you know what? I do both. I kind of do both because sometimes I lose my schedule. So I'm like, it's okay. That's fine. And sometimes it reserves it for you. Interestingly enough, it's the one time I missed my Dash to log into my Dash. And when I looked at my schedule, it still says 9 to 9. And I says, I lost my Dash, but yet it still has it. So when I log in, it still actually gets me to 9 p.m. And I'll be like, oh, wow. Okay, so I'm still in there. So if you don't lose your schedule, basically they have something in there for you. But if you lose it altogether, which I've done a few times, I've missed my schedule and I wake up a little bit too late and then afterwards it says you missed it, then basically everything's gone. So when I Dash Now, I don't see the schedule. So all I say is, okay, well, I'm going to start dashing now.
Gotcha.
So that's another way of looking at that one. Now, have you guys heard of a program called Beans for apartments?
No.
You guys got to check it out. What it is it's an app that actually allows it gives you the map and shows you the apartments, complexes, and different places, and it even memorizes. It allows you to go ahead and memorize the gate codes. So whenever you go to the location on that GPS, basically it would go when you go to the structure. Instead of if the customer did not give it or it's a new customer within the same building, it would say try code 1234 pound. Because it already has it memorized for that structure, and it tells you exactly what floor would be on. It would tell you things
That's
around
great.
there. So basically, it's kind of a good little program that I found out there. There is a membership fee. I think it's like $5, something like that, but it's well worth it. I use it every time when I look at an apartment or a complex. I'll be like, oh, yep, that's what it is.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Wow.
Little tools like that. I mean.
Well, I think, gentlemen, I'm going to because I'm on the East Coast. So it's 5 in the morning where I'm at. So I think I'm going to.
Good morning to you.
Yeah, and try to go get a few hours of sleep. So I appreciate y'all coming up and talking. Hopefully, we can talk again soon.
Definitely.
All right, man. You have a good evening.
Okay, you too. Okay.
Yeah, bye.